All right, what is up, everybody? Shorty HVAC here, Dylan Shortness with a van tour. We're gonna throw this together before we go to the gym. We got the GoPro. It was just pouring. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it because it was so loud in this building, but we got her done. Now I'm recording the intro. I hope you guys like it. I know it's a little deorganized and discombobulated and all this crap because I'm just like recording it with like my phone flash and like all this. You know, if you get motion sickness easy, maybe don't watch it. Sorry. But this is the van setup. This van setup is set up for installs, okay? Mainly right now, air conditioning. Every now and then we got a furnace going under it. But AC installs, the occasional service calls, but most of the time if it's a motor or something like that, I have to go back to the shop and get it. I'm not stocking motors. That's just not what I'm doing. But installs, I barely ever have to leave the job site. Every now and then we'll make a list and we'll go to the supply shop one time, and that's just because I don't want to use my extra stuff. But anyways, before we get into the video, sorry, like I was saying, there was a massive semi that just went by and you could not hear what I was saying. But happy Memorial to everybody. I just want to say thank you to anybody who's out there still serving our country. You know, we wouldn't have what we have here, be able to complain about dirty crawl spaces and attics being hot if it weren't for you guys. So obviously, you know, I'm not the best speaker and this might even be a little bit cringe, but I just want to make sure that I put this in there and that I say it. You know, my mom's a veteran. My grandpas, they fought in the Vietnam War and World War II, one of them. Uncles were in the Vietnam War. I have much respect for anybody that's ever served, and especially, I don't know if especially is the right word, but especially the ones that gave their life for it. So just want to say that before we get into this video. All right, also, I just want to throw this in there. This isn't me bragging. This isn't me being arrogant, whatever the word. I'm not being cocky. This is just the facts, okay? The only thing that the company has supplied me with, and not that they wouldn't supply me, it's just I've already had my own stuff, okay? They supplied me with the scale, the torch kit, the nitrogen tanks, obviously, that we reuse. The materials, I'm not buying materials, but as far as tools, as far as pack outs, and as far as the pack out mounts, all that, the grinder, the sawzall, the hammer drill, multi-tool, the 2 impacts, the 2 regular drills, every single tool, the flashlight, down to the hand tools in my bags, the Vito Pro bag, everything I've bought myself over the past 4 years, and I'm super proud of what we got going on. Check this video out. Oh, but you best believe if I break it on the job or one of my helpers, apprentices, co-workers breaks it on the job, cha-ching, charge it to the company. All right, guys. All right, we're finally headed home. I have some couple of parts, whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. Service bag, that's what we were doing today on this Memorial Day. We had to pick up some pizzas. I was helping an old friend get his AC going. This is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at on the other side, okay? I'm headed home. I'm gonna get a van tour video recorded and uploaded right now. We gotta rush though, let's go. Okay, little update. I did not beat the rain. There's my personal truck. We're going to the gym right after, or else she'd be in the garage. Anyways, 112,000 on her. She still rides good. Gotta put some gas in her tomorrow when we get to work. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the inside. It's pretty simple. Got the iPad mount. 7:06 p.m. We got extra knives, chargers, lighters for the torch kit, pen, markers, extra hats, extra gloves, and extra belt. And yes, a pack out radio mounted right behind my head. Because my radio doesn't work. This thing, no, nothing, nada. But we improvised. I got the pack out mount behind it with a bunch of screws, a couple big zip ties. I'm sure the zip ties are doing absolutely nothing, but boom, just in case, you know, I don't want this thing falling. I'm gonna edit that part out just in case. I don't know what's on that paperwork. I'm just flipping it. Paperwork, clipboard. That Milwaukee case is actually a first aid kit type of deal that I just made a long time ago. Band-aids, gauze, all that kind of stuff. We got the trash can, tissues, more bags for the trash can. That trash can's not normally in here. I was cleaning it out. notepads. If you don't have a jumper around your mirror, do you really do HVAC? So let's get to the back. So I got an extension ladder. I think it's only 20 foot, not very long. Anyways, with a 6 foot on top of that, 8 foot and a 4 foot, all strapped down, not going anywhere. I gotta put this stuff on the van, full disclosure, but I'm just not going to yet. There's a battery drawer that those are going in. There's a Sawzall drawer that's going in. Some more wet rag, chargers, extra that. But we're just gonna get right into this video, and I'm gonna go to the gym. Paper plate that I ran over. Sorry about you. We'll throw that away, obviously. All right, let's get to this van. Okay, I can't believe I'm making this video with the floor this dirty, but I just am. I'm just keeping it real. You know, I've been busy. We've been busy. It's HVAC. It's hot. It's cooling season. Whatever. We'll clean that off maybe, you know, soon. So first off, on the door, we got this. This is essential. Okay. Keep your hands clean when you're talking to the customers, putting on thermostats, you know, whatever. Get a little oil in your hands. Okay, we also got the white balls up there. But anyways, this is what we're getting right into, right off the bat. Okay, got the pack out. What am I thinking of? The pack out mount, mounted to the door. Okay, we got wire nuts, fuses. Got to put some more stuff in there, obviously. This I'm using every day now, pretty much. RX11 flush kit with the rubber nozzle. Micron gauge, just grab this. So like I was saying, just grab this, walk it to the condenser. If you're in a good neighborhood, just leave it there. If not, obviously use it, bring it back. Moving on over, directly to the left. And on to the left, we got MO99. That's our replacement for R22. We could convert it over. Barely ever use that. Most of the time I do installs. This van setup right now is set up for cooling season install. Okay, let's just say that right off the bat. We got 410A, 410A, the knee pad. Okay, moving on to the right. We got the vacuum pump. The small tank of nitrogen, the one that we carry around most of the time, just got it strapped up. I'd like to get a better setup for that, but honestly, with the door shut, the pack outs behind it, and the pump to the left, that thing's not going anywhere regardless, but we got 2 straps on it. Gauges clipped to the pack out that also has extra hoses and another set of gauges, which doesn't really need to be taken down ever, so that kind of just stays up there. We got the Sepco umbrella, beautiful, I love that thing. I'm not gonna try and take too much stuff out because I just spent most of the weekend cleaning this up, so I'll open what I can here. First pack out cabinet, we've got the manometer. These are swedge bits that I just put in this little case. I love those. You just pop them in the end of your impact and it'll swedge your copper beautifully. We've got the Navac tubing flare gun, automatic. I don't remember what the exact term they call it is. It's automatic flare gun by Navac, beautiful. The bender that I'm not impressed with. Not even gonna say the brand name. It's okay, whatever. So moving on in. All right, we definitely don't have, let's point that down a little bit maybe. All right, we definitely don't have, you know, the Mercedes Sprinter, okay? But we're working with it. First of all, on this second stack, we've got the little half stack pack out mounted down, okay, with the shop vac pack out. Packed out, I don't even know what to say. I really don't. We're just winging this together, but you can see, I'm gonna stop trying to sound technical and I'm just gonna show you. Pack out mount, got the shop vac on that with the pack out light. Got your battery. We've got it on for the sake of this video. Up here, let's bring you up here. This is where I've got the inverter that is wired into the battery. I've got a power strip plugged into that. I've heard you're not supposed to plug a power strip into it, but I mean, I don't know why not. I've got 3 chargers coming off of it. Maybe one of them are used at a time. If somebody knows why not, you go ahead and tell me, but we got those wires going all the way to the battery. DeWalt radio I bring in on the jobs because that pack out one stays mounted. White balls, rubber gloves, Milwaukee, you know, cut level 1 gloves. And if I need to, I'm not gonna go crazy, but I'll do a little bit today. All right, obviously, if I need something in this box, which is my hole drilling box, if I'm putting a hole in anything, I'm getting this thing out and I'm carrying it over to where I'm putting that hole. Okay, this is my multi-tool box. If I need that, my radio's probably gonna fall, so usually this is in on the job site. Come over, boom, put it down out of the way, grab my multi-tool box, which has my multi-tool blades, gloves, more blades, and more blades. So I should probably put a battery in here, that way you could just grab this kit and walk over to wherever you're going. But there's the inverter, the hole drilling one. All right, we'll get to it. If I had a better place to put the camera, you could have seen how easy it is to just take those off and put them on. Interchangeable wherever you want. Okay, the next stack we got going on here. This one, I actually just bought this over the weekend. I haven't mounted it yet, so I need to mount it right there in front of these drawers. Believe it or not, that's where I'm gonna put it, okay? Here's why. This bag is my sheet metal bag. Okay, I used to do a sheet metal bucket. We went and upgraded to this sheet metal bag. Yeah, it's an absolute mess right now. Whatever, that's just what it's meant for. Okay, we got all sheet metal tools, the Malco shears, you know, tinner's hammer, pry bar, reds, greens, straights, the duck puller, the hand tongs, you name it. Honestly, it's probably in here. So that's going into the job. 90% of the time I'm doing installs, this thing is going into the job, okay? And if not, then here's how easy it is to get it up out of the way. It's going to be even easier when the bottom is mounted and it's firm, and I can just kind of boom, and it's out of the way, okay? So let's toss this off to the side. This next box also is going in on 90% of the jobs. It's an install box, okay? Okay, pop that open. We got a light bulb. Let's say a light bulb went out in the basement. We need some light. Let's just screw that in. 1/2 inch zip screws, 3/4 inch zip screws. I need to put some blue wire nuts in here, but we've got yellows, a couple gas 90s, you know, 1/2 inch 90s, some vibro pads, which I need to restock, and assortment of PVC fittings. Okay. Couple extra couplings, 3 inch, 2 inch, glue, cleaner, pipe dope, zip ties, that foil tape. This is foam tape for putting in between the furnace and the coil, getting it nice and airtight. We got that plumbing strap to strap things up. This is going into the job, and it's saving me many trips from going outside and grabbing a thing of screws from here, which I'd never got into. Let me take a step back for a second. I know this is a pretty disorganized van setup video. It's whatever, we're winging it. This right here, it beats coming out and grabbing one of these, or even 2 of these, and just having handfuls of things, or filling up this basket with stuff that you don't need, when you can just grab that little pack out right there, boom. Anyways, vibro pads, nipple pack, screws, all types of screws. First drawer PVC thread tape. Couple random things, I'm not really gonna get into it. Gas stuff, I don't know why this is in there, but we're just gonna leave it in there because I don't ever use it anyways. And some more screws, tap cons, drywall anchors, you know, toggle bolts for the mini splits. Alright. Okay, so now that we're back at this stack, this is normally mounted in there, so doing this one-handed might look a little weird. But normally, this thing's not going anywhere, okay? We'll pull that up out the way. That's on the job as well. So now we're just stuck with this. which it did get a little bit moved. But boom, that's where that's going to be mounted, okay? Right in front of the drawers, yes. But we can still put that down and open the drawer. Boom, we have pipe wrenches. We have a Sawzall. We have a hammer drill with all the hammer drill bits. I need to put the Sawzall blades back in here. You saw those outside of the van earlier. With the hacksaw, which the hacksaw normally goes in here. We've got the grinder wheels, an extra drill for Milwaukee. We'll go up here. This is normally my Milwaukee battery drawer, but you saw those all outside, getting them charged for the week. So fill up that drawer with the batteries. And then this is where all my DeWalt stuff is gonna live. DeWalt batteries, DeWalt charger, not all my DeWalt stuff, but as far as power tools, I mean, you saw the ones at the bottom, but that's like the big boy stuff. You don't really ever need to get that stuff out, but every now and then. So that's that stack, and we'll keep it moving. All right, moving back towards the middle of the van, I would say we have some more drawers. I'm gonna quickly go through it. Strapping, zip ties. Has more room for more things if we want to go there. Pipe dope cleaner, more pipe dope. The spray bubbles. We got the spray gun. We've got the paint on type. Blades for the utility blade, thumb gum, you name it. That lives in that drawer. This drawer is all my wiring stuff. I barely ever have to get in here if we're pulling new thermostat wire, putting on a whip that we didn't bring, putting on a disconnect that we didn't bring with the job, you know. It's all in here. A lot of stuff in there. Anyways, on top of that, this right now is just a small copper fitting thing. I barely ever use this. Most of the time we're swedging and bending. So there's that. Pretty sure this one is useless. I need to rethink it. A couple of fuses, extra wire strippers. No, this one's actually nice. This is like my wire terminal deal. I need to get the fuses out of it and put it in the one on the door though. So that's what we got going on there. Lives on top of that. This one lives on top of that. And then next to that, we have my install bag. If you guys want a video on my install bag, I'll get into it. It's got everything you need, just about. There's all the hand tools. You know, there's a scale. That's the only place I found that will fit. Anyways, let's get to the stack on this side. Okay, very briefly. Up on top, we have a Klein bag. This is Drake's bag. He helps me do the installs. With a drop cloth, we're just gonna grab this. Pretty much in the mornings, we just grab this, take it in there with that and the bag. You know, we just kind of move into the job, make sure we're not making too many trips in and out of the house. So during the day, what I'm trying to say is this crate is out of the way and not there, okay? I'm not gonna open them because it's just, I'm not gonna open everything, but this next one right here, we've got 2-inch fittings and silicone, all types of it, anything you could think of. The one under that is when we're doing some service calls maybe, and I've got capacitors, contactors, a couple thermostats, and I'm not sure what all's in there, but that key also just came off of my keychain, but I don't use that key anymore, so we're just throwing it away. The bottom of that, we've got more drop cloths, and I forget what else. Things we barely ever need. But it's strapped down to the refrigeration rack, so that's not going anywhere. At the very, the very most, I'll take this stack off. We'll put it up there to the front, and we can put a long furnace in here, like a wall furnace, or we can put the coil on top of this and put a big condenser back here. Moving on to the right. Okay, so that's where those two stacks are, right around the middle of the van. We've got the big nitrogen in case the little one runs out and we're on the job site. I've got actually my old Vito Pro strap. It's got a nice leather on the other side and it grips the tank really nice. And whatever, honestly, I need to get a little better system there, but that's what we're doing. It doesn't go anywhere. Love that. My fan, that little bungee right there kind of keeps it from rocking, but it's actually on a hook. I don't know if you can see that. These I'll probably rethink, you know, but for now, probably for the summer, this is what we're rocking with. I've got wet rag. And this one is actual wet rags, okay? They just stay up here nice and out of the way. They're not sticking out much farther than the wheel well, so keeps it a nice open area for installs. This is probably my favorite thing ever. The torch, no straps, okay? This hook is not supporting the look, you can see it, it's rocking. It's not supporting the torch. No weight is being supported by it. Maybe a small amount, but boom, that's off, and you're off. No straps, nothing. When you come to put it back, be a little careful. Make sure it hits the ground nice and snug first, and then it's just not going anywhere. Absolutely love that. We got the 5-foot lengths up there. I don't know if I said this already, but this broom is for, you know, cobwebs and outside condenser pads, and then we got the good broom behind that. 3/4 PVC, 3/4 copper, 7/8. S-lock, drive material. Filters up here, line sets, dustpan. It gets a little crowded over here, but if we need this out of the way, this is loose. You can bring it up out of the way and bring it to the front. Okay. 2-foot level. This is all the short lengths. This is that, but miniature style, okay? Skip that. You can see what that is. Normally this 3 inch is filled with these, but I need to get more. Knee pads, hard hat, rope, braided rope. Shout out to Reliable HVACR. I learned that from him. Let's get some light over there. I got the normal rope, you know, back here, but if we're pulling up something with some weight, this gives you a lot better grip, a lot more reinforcement, just a lot better, okay? Boom, 2 foot. This is what we're grabbing 90% of the time. I'm not trying to get those ladders up there off, okay? Got them on hooks. That took a little bit of effort. 2 hooks, extension cords behind that. That one's not really behind it, so we just get that off, you know, to the side of it. 100 foot and 2 15-footers. I need to get like a 20 or something. That's how that goes back on. I've got extra S-lock, duct hangers, 3-inch fittings. That's like a random assortment. This one is lights, flashlights, headlamp, ratchet strap, you know, this type of light, the cord light lives in there. I don't remember what's in that top one. Let me look. That's how that normally is. It is back there. This one, we got the booties for the shoes, you know, I don't want to get them all dirty. Get the house all dirty, that is. Bunch of brushes for condensers, you know, wire brushes. Every now and then, you go and take that condenser panel off, and you got a wasp nest, bee nest, whatever. Beehive, I guess it would be. Right there, ready to go. We got the vanilla extract for those gnats. Works really well out here. Kind of just random. We've got some panning. T-square, not T-square, but I don't know, I do HVAC, dude. A framing square. So that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm putting this video together and I just realized I didn't do a little outro. I thought I did. I could have sworn I did. But anyways, this is the outro. If you guys like the little van setup, or if you just like what I got going on, if you respected it anyway, hit that like button. I appreciate you. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Alright guys, see you on the next one.